Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Tuesday, October 7th, 2025. Let's take a look at the economic calendar for today. Overnight Japanese data were published around the 1:30. Household spending is up from 1.4% to 2.3%. Halifax House Price Index from the UK is down from 0.3% to minus 0.3%, and the German factory orders increased from minus 2.9% to minus 0.8%. However, this is still below the forecast of 1.2%. Trade balance data from the US are scheduled for release at 2:30 together with the trade balance data from Canada. Exports and imports from the US are scheduled for release as well at 2:30. IVA PMI is scheduled for release at 4 o'clock. FOMC member Bostic will give a speech at 4 o'clock, and then we have the series of the speeches from the FOMC members. Bostic, Bowman, Kashkari. Then we have the EAA short-term energy outlook scheduled for release at 6 o'clock. At the same time, German President Joachim Nagel will give a speech as well. Atlanta Fed GDP now 7 o'clock, free note auction 7 o'clock, and at the end of the day, API weekly crude oil stock data release. So not very busy day, which is why we are going to take a look at the at some pairs. I think we start with euro dollar as usual. So the euro dollar for our time frame chart is currently moving lower towards the wave C low at 1.1647 after the rejection of the 100 periods moving average. Please notice the volatility here on the euro dollar is quite subdued. The local high is 1.1779, low is 1.1652, so that's only roughly around 120 pips. And it's been like this for our last week. So maybe, just maybe, the volatility is subdued, but we are waiting for some kind of a explosion in the volatility when the right trigger arrives. Momentum is negative. Momentum is below the level of 50. Right now it's only 40 points, and it's pointing to the downside. So we should see the continuation of this ABC pattern. We got ABC to the downside, so it's a W. There is some kind of a connector. Possibly it's completed at 1.1779, so it's the wave X, and we are now developing the last wave of the correction to the downside. So we are going to have complex and time-consuming correction on the euro dollar. In terms of the dollar, we got the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. As you can see, the gap is still not filled. The movement to the upside continues. We got a new local high at 150 and 0.69. So the movement towards this technical resistance located between 150.87 to 151.23 is still in progress, and we should see this movement to the upside quite soon. Right now, let me just zoom out. This is the swing high, obviously, from the August 1st 2025, so we might be on the highest level in the 2 months on the US dollar versus the Japanese yen soon, despite the fact that we are trading inside the during the extremely overbought market conditions. Pullbacks are very narrow, so definitely the bulls are going to hit this supply zone, test it, and then we will see what will happen next. The gaps have the tendency to be filled sooner or later. So this gap is apparently a little bit lower, so it's a here is this gap. So that's the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Let's take a look at cable, because we got some data from the UK. Cable volatility is really subdued. Even yesterday's, that's not even yesterday's, that's the last week. Local high at 1.3485 has been tested and rejected again, so the market is exactly back to the middle of the range as the momentum oscillates just around the level of 50. So not much is going on here, but the situation with the Elliott wave is quite the same as on the euro dollar. We got the first cycle to the downside, ABC movement to the upside, looks like a connector, so that's will be wave X, and we are waiting for another wave to the downside to be done quite soon. Obviously, breakout below 1.3401 is the first indication that we are developing some sort of the correction to the downside, and then the test of the wave C lows at 1.3322 is needed to confirm it. Let's take a look at the crude oil. We got crude oil data scheduled for release today. As you can see, the crude oil has been moving inside of this very nice range that has been violated just recently. We got the level of 61.46 as the technical support. I will mark it as the support despite the fact that we got new low, because right now this market is testing it. Right, the price is testing this zone. Local low is located at 60.39, so that's the support as well. And now the situation is not quite clear, because we got a breakout. Now possibly we have a test, but it looks like, okay, let's change it to red, but it looks like the market wants to go a little bit higher, unless it is definitely capped here, and the reversal might even go below the level of 59.86, back down towards extreme lows from the May 2025, 55.39. This is the lowest level. I guess this is the lowest level this year. Anyway, so movement in the price movement on the daily time frame chart of the crude oil is definitely bearish, and it's being supported by the negative momentum 37, and this is 43 points only. What's going on S&P 500? S&P 500 daily time frame chart. Let's switch to 4-hour, new all-time high on the American indices. This time we went as high as, I think it will be almost 6,750. So that's the new swing high, and this is the new new technical resistance. So now this area here that it used to be the supply zone will act as the demand zone for the bulls. So the bears needs to break below this zone right now in order to hit the 100 periods moving average, and then eventually move lower. Otherwise, this situation here might develop even higher. The interesting pattern is can be spotted here on a daily time frame chart. Some sort of the diagonal again is forming on this market, and now if we take a look here, we can even see 5 waves that has been done on the during this movement, but there is no immediate reversal just yet down below the demand zone. So maybe, just maybe, it's not even a diagonal. It's more like a channel, if you know what I mean. So we are waiting for the breakout out of the channel on S&P 500 during this during this situation here with the demand zone. Let's see what the best can do. Bitcoin made a new all-time high again overnight, 126,216. So that's the new all-time high, and it all depends how shallow the correction will be, the pullback will be. We will mark it as the swing high, all-time high, and technical resistance. Now we are back in the inside the previous supply zone. Momentum is coming off the extremely overbought conditions. Yet again, we got multiple divergences here during the forming of this free swing highs on this 4-hour time frame chart. Now the market is the momentum is pointing down towards the level of 50. That might be even related to the test of the 122,000 or even below. So please keep an eye on the current situation on the Bitcoin. It looks good for the bulls so far. The uptrend has not been cancelled, not in the short term, not in the mid term, not in the long term. However, some kind of a pullback is needed here from the all-time high for the momentum to recharge and come off the extremely overbought conditions. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.